everybody. The next training video is a overview of ISO 17025. Now, 17025 is a requirement that we see referenced in the calibration section of the standard. Typically, it's section 7.1.5 of the ISO-based standards. And what's going on now in the field is that we have some folks that have been doing very competent calibration for us for many, many years, but they're not compliant to a standard. And so we kind of either lose them as a business partner or they have to somehow try to upgrade and get involved in this standard. So myself and another one of my colleagues went off to get trained to the standard so we can come up with a business solution for these folks. Soon we'll be releasing a small business solution for the smaller calibration type houses to help them over this hump. But also we'll have the core competency to perform some internal audits for the larger calibration houses that are mature and sustaining themselves within the industry. The purpose of this video is to provide you with the context and structure of what goes into 17025 so you can start to have an appreciation for the depth of integrity that's required. It's for information only. Typically, these classes last for 3 days. So in this very short video, I'm just introducing you to the structure and to some of the core theories and principles of the standard. Okay, let's go to the slides. Okay, here we go. ISO 17025 2017 highlights general requirements for the competency of testing and calibration laboratories. Now, here's the accreditation hierarchy, just in case you were interested. There's an association called ILAC. They provide the global oversight for the ISO 17025 quality management system structure. Below ILAC is the APAC and the IAAC. This is Asia Pacific and Inter-American Regional Recognition Bodies. Below that is the accreditation body. In the United States, there are approximately 6 to 7 accreditation bodies. And these are your assessors. These are the folks that come in and audit your company. And then we have you, the customers. You're considered the accreditation body customers. These are laboratories seeking accreditation, either straight laboratories or calibration houses. Let's talk about terminology. If we're in the 9001 world, we consider the certification process to be initiated with an audit. In the 17025 world, it's considered an assessment. We look to our registrars as the conformance body. In 17025, they are the accreditation body. We become certified to ISO 9001. In 17025, you are accredited. We refer to our auditors to provide the audit. In 17025, they are referred to as the assessor. We are looking towards conformance to 9001. For 17025, we are looking towards competence. 17025 is a very technical standard. It is based on international units of measurement. These are the 7 base international units of measurement. The standard does allow for additional ones, but for the most part, they try to stick to these 7. There are technical definitions within the standard that are very important to master. Things like measurement, metrology, repeatability, reproducibility, traceability, uncertainty, and uncertainty budget. In Section 4 of the standard general requirements, there's a very specific discussion on the requirement for impartiality and for confidentiality. There are several paragraphs that go into detail about the requirements. In Section 5, there's a discussion on the structural requirements. Things like being a legal entity. What is the responsibility of the management? What are the range of laboratory activities? Facilities, whether they are permanent, sites away, temporary, mobile, or located at customers. The organization and management structure, responsibility and authority, interrelationships, and procedures to extent necessary. personnel authority and resources, and communication and handling changes. In Section 6, there are requirements for resources, personnel, facilities, environmental conditions, equipment, metrology traceability, and externally provided products and services. I want to point out a few things. Under metrology traceability, very important to have an unbroken chain of traceability. There are heavy requirements within the standard that extend to the annex. This is one of the key principles to master for this standard. Externally provided products and services. This is your purchasing function. In Section 7, process requirements. This is truly the meat and potatoes of the integrity of the standard. The first bullet, review of requests, tenders, and contracts. This is your contract review. The next bullet, selection, verification, and validation methods. Very important to the integrity of the process. Followed by sampling, handling of test or calibration items, technical records, and a very important principle, evaluation of measurement uncertainty and what uncertainty budgets are allowed for. This is the second very important principle of this standard. The next bullet, ensuring the validity of results. This is the third most important principle of this standard. Proficiency testing and interlaboratory comparisons. Followed by reporting results, handling complaints, handling non-conforming work, and control of data and information management. The next section 8 is our traditional management system requirements. There are two options. Option A is simply to add on the additional requirements to your system. These are the traditional ISO 9001 requirements. Or option B is to maintain registration to ISO 9001. A options include management system documentation, control of management system documents, control of records, actions to address risks and opportunities, improvement, corrective actions, internal audits, and management reviews. The annexes provide additional information that is very helpful. Annex A has metrological traceability. Annex B has management system options. Okay, so the purpose of this video was not to provide you with the competency to ISO 17025, but rather an introduction to the appreciation of the depth of integrity required for ISO 17025. You know, oftentimes when we're trying to digest a standard, it's great to start to bucket it out and look at section by section and try to understand what the specific requirements are before we do our deep dive into the standard. So hopefully this has been useful for you. We'll see you soon.